Oh, thank you.
Yep.
In the future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay on ubnradio.com.
And welcome. You are tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon and Thursday at 7 for your ride home out of the Sunset Gower Studios, Universal Broadcasting Network, and also my CNBC syndicated channel, KCAA AM 1050. And this is a show about hope and happiness 88% of the time. So there's no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words, no Kardashian talk. So instead, we focus on what's right with the world and what is right with you. And you guessed it, it's a Marvin Gaye kind of day because it is the last week of the month. And so we focus on one of my favorite topics in life, and certainly my co-host today's, and that is sex. Yes, it is Sexual Healing with Dr. Marissa, the new Asian Dr. Ruth, because it is important to have pleasure in your life, and I am determined to make pleasure a G-rated or a G-spot rated topic in life. So today I am so pleased to bring to you a wonderful, wonderful co-host who I actually got to interview a couple of months ago when we went on location for the very first time to the LAX Hilton for the Conscious Life Expo. You'll know her. I mean, you'll know her from very many things. She's been on over 20 movies of the week, 4 hit television series. She's she has author of 5 books, international speaker, another past Oprah guest, therefore on my list as my honorable moniker, the Asian Oprah. She's best remembered but not known for but her role as Mom Mary on E.T., one of my absolute favorite movies. Please welcome to the studio Dee Wallace.
Hi, baby.
Hi, honey bunny.
Oh, my God. I'm so cracked up. No K-words. Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for coming on and talking sex with me.
All talk sex, yeah. That's one of my favorite topics, as you know.
Yes, which is one of the reasons why I had to get you to co-host on this particular series. And you know, I do talk about sex, the dark side of sex and healing from past abuse. And I got this idea probably a year ago to why. Oh yes, it was Valentine's month. So I had all these sexual experts, sexperts as they call them, come on, and I had such a fun time that I decided to do it every month. So you are, amongst other things, you're a conscious creator advocate. And so I thought we would combine sex as a topic because I have so many listeners, most of them women, who say, I just don't know if I want, I'm too old for, I don't like it, I don't have time for it, I already did it. And then on the flip side, when we explore, they really do want more sex in their life.
Of course they
do want more romance. They do want, and there's fear, there's shame, there's all kinds of things.
Okay, well, according to my channel, which is coming in loudly in my head already, it's all of those are excuses for not really dealing about why they don't feel good and love themselves. And of course, you know, you mentioned abuse, and anytime we've been sexually abused, And that can be mental, physical, spiritual, right? Chemical, even.
Yep.
Anytime we've been sexually abused, we lose our self-esteem and our love for ourselves. And we start identifying ourselves as someone less than magnificent because that happened to us. So if you want to have a really great sex life, you've got to really do some conscious work about everywhere in your life where you don't know how fabulous you are.
Well, okay, so the people that walk around life and go, I'm fabulous, those are people that we kind of either make fun of or like, who do you think you are? And you're not all that. So help me with the difference between you are fabulous and I absolutely agree with you. We are all 7 billion of us fabulous. But distinguishing between that fabulous with you're too full of yourself.
Well, I know I'm probably going to ruffle a lot of feathers here, but what I'm hearing very, very clearly is you can never be too full of yourself.
Okay.
And you see, that's where we become a house divided against ourselves. And we fall because we're taught, and I write a lot about this. This is the basis of my book, Bright Light. I come from Kansas, and I was taught you never say how good you are. You let somebody else say how good you are, and then you say, no, I'm not.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Let me give you this. I just want to give this to you. Oh, thank you. No, I couldn't. In other words, I shouldn't receive a gift that I haven't worked for. Right? Yep. And to argue a long time so that I look really humble and then, go ahead and accept it. Right. So it took me years when people wanted to give me something just to say, oh, thank you. I really love this and appreciate this. I mean, it took me years. People would come up to me and go, oh, my God, you're a movie star. And I'd go, well, I'm an actor. We are. It is ingrained in us not to claim our magnificence.
Yes.
Not to feel great about ourselves. Yeah. And it shuts down our energy.
Yeah.
And it certainly shuts down all of those vibrations and frequencies within us that want us to celebrate ourselves and feel good about ourselves, which all contribute to a healthy sex life.
Right. And we talked about this actually the first time I got to interview you, my own, that I got that same message that you did in the Midwest, but I think in China it goes on steroids because it's an art form. If you ask a Chinese carpenter if he does good work, he'll say, oh, no. I mean, it's so, I had shared with you my mom's message, don't just, be quiet. And why do you have to show off like that? And why do you have to do any of that? And that Chinese and Japanese saying the nail that stands up is hammered down. There's real big incentive. So you'll be so proud of me, Dee, after you yelled at me.
Did not yell at you, woman.
Lovingly. The universe must have heard because I had Rachel Lang from Listen Up, the show that's on UBN as well. She came and did my charts. And guess, okay, so I don't know if you know, I'm a Leo. Guess how many planets I have in Leo?
I don't know.
6. Not only am I a Leo, I have 6 planets. Sun, the moon, Mars, etc. Okay, so all of a sudden in the middle of that show, I had that, my channel was open and this incredible light came and this aha insight was, you know what, of course I want to be in front. Of course I want to be heard. Of course I want to be there.
And let me tell you, you can have all the planets aligned for you, and if you don't say okay, they sit there in frustration.
Right. And that moment I said okay.
And that is very much a metaphor for sex, by the way.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to let you in. Yes,
Literally.
I'm going to accept you. Yes, I'm going to experience the high of going with the flow, claiming my power and my strength, and giving over and working with the universe at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a definition for sex right there.
Right. And then we're fighting against another traditional message, which is women are not supposed to enjoy sex. And if you...
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that one. I really didn't get that one. In the Midwest, my big one was, well, you have to be married. It has to be legal, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, my first marriage, I was a virgin, and I got married like a good girl, and I married a gentleman who was totally impotent. And
Ouch.
fortunately, my mother came forward to annul the marriage.
Oh.
Yeah, and let me tell you, back in Kansas in the 60s, that wasn't an easy thing for her to do.
Uh-huh.
But she said, my daughter is not going to live her whole life with this.
Wow.
With no sex, with no enjoyment, with no kids, with no... So, but we have to be willing to, just like channeling information, you've got to open yourself up and give yourself over to it. The only time sex is really, really great is when you let go and you go, take me on the ride, baby. And isn't that true with the universe?
Right.
Take me on the ride, baby. This is what I want.
Yes.
I want a great orgasm experience in my life.
Right.
I want more than enough money and great love relationships and great friends and success wherever I'm going. Give me that orgasmic life. I'm in. I'm letting go.
You sold me. So, well, okay, now I'm going to try to put a little ice water on here. What do you say to the people who are from the Midwest and Texas who say, the problems we have today are because we have no more values. There is, premarital sex is not even a word because people are just, we're having the second sexual revolution. We're going to end up in Sodom and Gomorrah. All of this, freedom to have any kind of sex, the different things on porn, trans everything. So what do you say? How do you address that kind of downer? Sorry.
Well, I don't think it's a downer. I think it's almost a separate subject because the people who are sex addicts and have to have the porn and have to have the constant sex to fill them up are doing it's sort of the other side of the coin.
The other extreme.
They're doing it in order to feel self-love and feel loved, but because they don't love themselves, no matter how much sexual exploitation they do, they never get satisfied. So any way you look at it, loving yourself is really the answer to every sexual question out there, they're saying. My channel is saying.
Okay.
Because if you don't love yourself, you're going to try and fill yourself up with false love and gratification. And if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be able to fully give yourself over to the proper, what we call proper, the expanding sexual experiences that you want with a beloved other. And they're saying the fact really that marriage has to have something to do with it is totally antiquated.
Okay. So you can love yourself and be in a loving relationship without being married. You don't have to be married.
Absolutely.
Okay. And
that's a true statement.
Okay.
And that's been going on since the beginning of time, by the way.
So is there any value to the marriage?
Well, I think I think we know that there's value to the marriage. If the marriage
coming from
makes
someone
you
who's
happy,
happily divorced.
and if the marriage is fulfilling you in ways that you want to be fulfilled, and if the marriage justifies and expands your experience of your own magnificence. If not, leave.
Right. Okay, let's go back to loving yourself, because I think this is the topic we're supposed to be talking about, and with regards to like a runway or a pathway to fabulous sex. So if you're a listener, if I'm a listener now that says, I just don't love myself, and I know many of my clients, well, that's, the coming in point for many of my Life Balance coaching clients is, I don't love myself. I can't love myself. How can I love myself?
Okay, well, first of all, I can't love myself is BS.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't love myself is a choice.
Right. But they'll say, how can I love myself when I looks like I'm a fat slob, or how can I love myself when I have made such poor choices in my life? How can I love myself?
And I'm telling them all those things are excuses, because if you really do want to love yourself, you will get up and go, no matter how I look and no matter what I've done before this moment right now I'm choosing to love myself. I'm directing myself to be open to the possibility that I can absolutely, totally love myself and start seeing how magnificent I am. They're a fat slob because they don't love themselves. That, you see, they got it backwards.
Okay, so what is your?
Well, first
what
of
do
all,
they do?
You have to choose. You have to go, okay, I'm going to do this. And in that moment of choice, everything shifts.
Okay.
So the second thing is then, once you choose to do that, you have to live consciously, guys. It's not like somebody's going to snap a finger. You're going to buy a DVD or read a book or go to a lecture that's going to turn everything around. Those things will give you some tools that you have to turn yourself around with.
Got it.
And everybody wants this quick fix, sound bite fix, and it's not a truth. It's not a truthful thing.
Yeah, I
You
absolutely
have to
agree.
live your life consciously, and that means you get up every day and you go, okay, today I dedicate myself, I direct myself to love myself. I'm choosing to love myself. So when you walk by that mirror and you go, oh my God, my butt is so fat. Oh, hold on. Does that thought and does that focus support me loving myself? No, it doesn't.
But then, are you in denial? Like, are you lying to yourself?
No, you're literally redirecting you. You're reteaching yourself how to think, how to perceive yourself, how to look at yourself in the world, how to replace your belief systems that, they loved us a lot, guys, but bottom line, they taught us all the wrong stuff that they were taught, and they were taught that because their parents, it's sins of the fathers.
Yeah.
And it's not truthful teaching. We have got to re-educate and reteach and retrain ourselves, and especially our little girls and boys within us, because they're running the show.
Okay. So women who feel like they are not, they're past their prime. So that's a large group of my listeners.
Well, okay, so where did they get that definition? First of all, what's your prime? What's your definition of prime?
Well, I've heard 50 bandied around.
Okay, well, see, my definition of prime is being active and excited and creating everything I want to create. See, so my definition of prime doesn't have anything to do with a number.
With an age, right.
Right.
Okay.
And if it has to do with an age, then you're buying into society's hypnosis that it's trying to give you.
Okay. So that's
So,
so don't
as
buy
soon as
into
we turn
that.
50, we get AARP and all that crud starts coming to us. In this country, we are hypnotized to start getting old at 50. Unless, you see, you are the director of your own energy. And you know that so if I want to stay young, sure, I power walk almost every day because I want a body that feels great. I want to have a lot of energy. So I choose to do the things lovingly for myself that will help create that.
Right. Yeah. That's the creator.
It ain't going to happen while you sit there eating donuts.
Right. Watching Netflix.
And that's what I mean. If you have to decide what you want, you have to commit to what you want, and then all your thoughts, your perceptions, your belief systems have to back that up.
Right. It can't sit under the Bodhi tree. So women who, here's another listener question. I feel younger than my bio age. I am attracted to men who are younger than my bio age because they are vibrating vitality. I don't want to be called a cougar. So what do I do? The men that are my age.
Well, she's already answered her own question. And what the channel said before you even finished is she doesn't know that she has this belief, by the way, but she doesn't believe that younger guys will be attracted to her. And so the whole stuff about cougar is an excuse to not put that out there.
But and I'll speak. That wasn't me, but now I'm going to come forth and say something about myself. Because my engineers always go, "Is that you? You're talking about your friend." But for me personally, I just, am I buying into society because I don't want to be seen as the Mrs. Robinson?
Yes.
Okay. So I have to
because
let go of that
most
BS.
women, they'll sit there and judge you in public and wish they were you in the bedroom.
Okay.
See, that's what I mean. All these puritanical things that are left over from all of our religious teachings don't really have anything to do with the truthfulness of what we're dealing with.
But
the other point that they want to make is that youth, again, doesn't have anything to do with age. Let me tell you, I dated a 30-year-old who came on to me. I'm 66.
You look fabulous.
I do, don't I?
Yeah.
I do.
Yes, you do.
And I get up every morning and look in the mirror and go, you are sexy and you are fabulous and your body is tight and it's taut and you're aging younger every day.
Okay.
And feel that. I feel into that. But what my point that I wanted to make was the guy I'm with now, who I think I'll probably be with the rest of my life, is 70.
Oh, okay.
And incredibly young, full of energy, just started studying a whole new, he's still working, but he's just started taking classes on this new venture that he wants to do. He's still learning. He's still growing. He's a maniac in bed. And a sense of humor.
How long have you been dating him?
We've been together 2 years now.
Wow.
And he's much more energetically in alignment with me than the 30-year-old was. So get out of the age, guys, because you're going to limit yourself a lot to the people that you can attract.
So matching vibration before age, matching vibration first and foremost, without looking at looks or height or what they do.
Let me tell you, we all know we want to be loved unconditionally, respected, honored, right?
Right.
In our relationship.
Yep.
Most of us will come forward and say we want a fabulous sex life. For me, a romantic partnership without that is not a partnership that I would want, right? We want someone who is financially secure and can take care of us or certainly contribute equally to the partnership. We all know that we want those things.
Correct.
If you get those things, Yoda could walk in and you'd think he was attractive. We're so focused on the old description of what we should be looking for instead of the qualities that are going to make us happy for the rest of our lives.
Can you have both?
Well, I have both.
Okay.
So
you
I guess
can
the
have
answer
both.
is yes.
Yeah. Because that's my one thing when people say, you're too focused on looks or you're too focused and I've been told by many sexuality experts that I think more like a man because I'm visually stimulated and that's why looks are so important to me, and for me to get turned on I need that. Are you telling me that that's BS for me?
I'm saying ask for what you want and then believe you can have it all.
Okay.
Because you only get what you ask for.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm holding. And I have reached a point where I honestly love having dates with myself, but that's not precluding having a partner. But I'm not in that place where,
where you need him to complete you.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
correct.
That isn't going to create the partner you want.
Okay.
Oh my God, I got to find somebody because I'm not enough.
Right. No, I'm not there at all. I'm not there at all.
And I tell a lot of my clients, you got to know that you can absolutely 100% take care of yourself. Because otherwise you're creating a partner to come in and take care of you.
Right.
Yeah. And that compromises how you feel about yourself. And ultimately you start resenting that.
Right. Okay, so let's go back to stepping into how fabulous we are. And you reminded me of this saying, actually, that I learned in Morocco, that if you compliment someone and you say, you're so beautiful, the response is, yes, I am, thank you. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's what you're doing, and that's what you want me to do, and I'm trying to do that. It's still that, I guess it's the societal BS, the belief system that says that if you toot your own horn, then there's something, you're too big for your britches. So I have to just say that's BS and let it go.
Yeah.
Okay. Just as simple as that.
Retrain. Well, not only do we have to say, okay, that's incorrect thinking, that's old, and it's based in religion, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. Because you see, the people who really knew that they had to be powerful within themselves. And so they taught us that we had to be humble and not powerful.
Okay.
Because then they could be more powerful. In the beginning, the church and the state, the kings and the popes were in bed together. It's just the way it was. It's the way the world works. And why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. Jarvis is laughing because I just said literally they're in bed together. And he thought that was funny. He thought that was funny. Sorry.
And so we have to go to our own truth. What do we really know? And, do you believe that a beautiful, sexual, young, fabulous guy can have high integrity and high morals and honor you and respect you and worship you? Do you believe that?
Absolutely.
Because if you believe it, then you can create it all.
Yeah, I absolutely do. I know that in the past, all the things that I used to say, all the good ones are gone. You can't have everything, or limited by, I don't do this, but I have many clients who say, I don't want to go out there. I don't want to put myself out there because the last time I did, I got stomped on, I got left, I got
but I want
insulted.
them to know they got stomped on because they had a belief system in place that created that. And the belief always comes first.
Okay.
If they can shift their belief system, they will start attracting the men that they want.
Okay, so that is where we're going to come back with. If you've just tuned in, we're taking a break on Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. And I have the fabulous Dee Wallace co-hosting with me. We'll be right back after we take a break to thank our sponsors for today's show. We'll be back in 2. Peace in and peace out.
Did you know that women are capable of over 11 different kinds of orgasms, and yet 87% of women are sexually unsatisfied? Did you know that 9 out of 10 couples desire deeper intimacy in and out of the bedroom? If you desire more pleasure, better orgasms, and a more sacred sensual connection, visit DebbieWardTantra.com and get your free female orgasm guide to uncover the top 3 blocks preventing you from having the pleasure, intimacy, and orgasms you crave. That's DebbieWardTantra.com. Celebrate summer and find a perfect bathing suit to show off your beauty. Yvette's Bikinis on Main Street in Seal Beach will flatter your body with bikinis, takekinis, cover-ups, sundresses, and other accessories in all shapes and sizes. Visit www.thebathingsuitqueen.com and get 25% off any purchase, because it's never too late to have fun in the sun.
And we are back. You are tuned in to Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. And this is Sexual Healing Week with my fabulous co-host, Dee Wallace, best known, but not only known, as Mary on E.T. And I know that you're way more than that, but I love the fact that you were, because it was one of my favorite movies. But we're going back to a very, very important topic, which is, if you said something that was very, very powerful, that we actually created those bad relationships. And that's a tough nut to swallow. Well, sorry, all that I just didn't.
No pun intended.
Yes, yeah. I swear to God, I did not. I swear, I did not mean to say that, but it was good. I swear, honestly, I will admit to when I do stuff, but that one okay. But it is a tough nut to swallow, because people will say, but why would I have attracted? Why would I choose someone to cheat on me? Why would I choose someone?
And I am telling you, go back and be with your little child from the ages. Well, the usual age they take me to is 3 or 4.
Okay.
And look at your parents' relationships. Look at the messages that you heard either of them or your grandparents say about the other, about, you just can't trust men.
Okay.
Or even laughingly, men, can't live with them, can't live without them.
Okay.
How many of us have heard that?
Yeah.
All those things really get plugged in and become a part of who we are by the time we're 4 to 7 years old.
Okay.
And you can pick it up from society. You can pick it up from school, from going to school. You go into kindergarten, and all the little boys make fun of you and lift your skirt up or take your stuff away from you. That's your first experience of relating with men. So if you start looking back, you can really see the next time period that it really gets ingrained in us. It starts then, but it gets really ingrained in us when we're teenagers. So again, Okay, they want me to ask in regards to the specific question, why would I attract somebody who cheats on me?
Right.
How much do you cheat on yourself?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so how much do you cheat eating when you say you're going to lose weight? How much do you cheat yourself in working out? How much do you cheat yourself every time you judge yourself? You see, you attract who you are, guys.
Right.
And the more you honor and love yourself, the more you will attract energy to you that will love and honor you.
Yeah, I've definitely heard and believe that you attract where you are. And I have a lot of clients who really want to date. And I ask them to wait because let's work through where you're vibrating before you go out and make yourself available, because you will bring people to you who are vibrating at that same level.
It's like walking into a room. Let's say you have a belief that men leave because your dad left your mom, right? So men leave, men abandon. It's like walking into a room of men and going, hi, I really, really, really want a relationship, and I want somebody, really special, and I want somebody to spend my life with, but I know all of you idiots leave, women, but that's what I'd really like. Does anybody want to come play with me? And they're going to go, I'm thinking not.
Right, absolutely.
Unless they match, I'll leave you. I'll come play with you.
Yeah. Well, I tell women who introduce their love life with the statement, I'm the one that walks in the room, and I am only attracted to the one guy who's the only in the room. Oops.
Then I'd start loving myself a lot more. No, this is something that I walked myself through 3 years ago.
Right.
And I got it so flat in the face. Mine was not that I was attracted to I was attracted to the guys I had to save.
Okay.
Because my dad was an alcoholic.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So I was off to save every man in the world and take care of them so I could prove to my dad that he didn't kill himself because I didn't take care of him.
Okay. So
and I'm saying to all of you women out there and all of you men out there, it's not your job to save anybody.
Right.
It's your job to love and empower yourself and find someone who can share that with you equally because they love and empower themselves.
Absolutely. So one of the tools that I'm hearing you say is to not continue to repeat the patterns of thought, beliefs, and actions that you either got from society or that you picked up yourself through your life.
Don't repeat them, but you have to kind of be conscious of what they are.
Okay.
And that doesn't mean, years of therapy and all that stuff either. It's like, okay, this is what I have in my life. I'm always attracted to the
Right. Just
so
stop
what
saying
I want
that.
in my life is I am choosing to be attracted to men who honor me and respect me and treasure me, who will be truthful with me and true to me. And so how can I start being that to myself?
Yes, there's the ticket. That's the one thing
because I want somebody to come in and match that energy with me.
Thank you for that, because I have recommended the whole setting your intentions and asking for what you want, which is only half of it. What I'm hearing right now is the other half that's so important is, are you that to yourself? I mean, that's really where the rubber meets the road, because if you're asking for someone to respect you and you don't respect yourself, you're asking for someone to love you but you don't love yourself, then there's a disconnect there that will never bridge that. Right?
That's right.
Right. So
see, I ask when people call in and say, in this instance, for example, I really want a lifetime partner. And I test it.
Okay.
I want it. I need it. I deserve it. I attract it. I never have a problem with it. They got to test strong on all those things. Otherwise, there's something falling out somewhere, and the channel takes us right to what it is.
Oh, so two things. One is your show, I just wanted to highlight right now. You're on every Sunday at 9 on
Yes.
Universal Broadcasting Network, and you
Yes,
do this
Pacific
fabulous
time.
show that when people call in and they ask for the tuning or the message.
Yeah, they ask
that-
for information, and I guide them how they can redirect their own energy, because all my work is about empowering people to know that they've got the power to do it themselves.
Right. Okay. So, and then the second thing is, I'm going to jump right in and do it for me. I want a lifetime relationship.
Nope, goes right to no. Want it, need it, deserve it. You fall out on attract it, never have a problem with it or able to do it. You fall out on the last three. So there's three things that the channel would like to give you that you need to get into alignment to really create that. But give me a song, please. Any song that comes in.
Love. La, na, 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 na. That's coming into me.
Okay. I can't pick up the tune, woman. Do you know what the name of it is?
Oh, love is what is Tony? What's the song? I can hear him talking on the other side. Love is the way. I'm horrible with song names.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
That's exactly where we're going, is you don't really know.
Ooh.
So you have to really clearly define what love is to you. That's the highest, most correct, most complete, yeah. So that's the first thing. You have to really, really get clear about the definition of what love is for you. Okay, the second thing is sheets. Give me a movie now.
When Harry Met Sally.
Okay. Fate doesn't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
You are the creator and the attractor. You magnetize things to you from living consciously, stating it, intention, and commitment. Okay?
Okay.
So you don't need anybody else to set it up for you. The universe is always conspiring to bring you together, and it will as soon as you decide. Ask in the original Hebrew is claim or demand. I demand now that I have this clear definition of love, that I attract the perfect mate to me that fills that description. Okay, can I go on? Yes. And now we're going to these sheets that I work with. And you will get emails about these sheets, so I'm just going to say it. These sheets are over 20 years of my channeling work. They're all given to me by the channel, the information on here. And they are available with the balance training at imdeewallace.com. Okay, so first.
You know, that's the name of my website, D, for balance.
Third, fourth. Hold on.
Sure,
I want to hear that.
Sorry,
but
sorry.
I'm,
No. Sorry.
I'm
sorry,
following
sorry.
Hold on, I got to get to sheet 4. It surprises me because it's usually 2. 1, 2.
My fingers are vibrating. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to, it says, before working on any issue, direct the I am presence, which is your creative presence that creates everything, to balance all frequencies within diseases, conditions, and ailments around love. So we are directing our I am presence to balance all frequencies about love, referring to love, within all diseases, conditions, and ailments within our energy, whether it's in this embodiment or our energy existing in all time, space continuums and dimensions. I am divine love, and so it is.
And so it is.
Okay, now they're saying there's a part of you that's going, what the hell did that mean? And now we're going to a core belief. And that's exactly what it is. It's beliefs within our core. And they're like diseases. Beliefs, false, limiting, fearful beliefs are disease within your energy.
So this
Page now. So they're going to give you the biggest core belief that we just directed your energy to heal, okay, or to bring into to balance.
Okay.
Here, this one. Well, as it's written, it's "I'll never be good enough, so I die." They don't like the word "die," so I'll never be good enough. So I'll be sick. So I want you to talk to me, if you're of a mind to.
Yes.
About physical sickness.
Okay.
What's going on in your life or has gone on?
I almost died of a blood clot in the year 2000. No, wait, 1996. It was 1996. Almost died of a blood clot. And I had a hip replaced 2012, foot surgery, and my gallbladder removed that same year.
Okay. They want you to know that this belief around "I'll never be good enough" helped create all those physical things.
Okay.
And okay. And so that belief is you've almost what's the word? It's hanging right here. That's an interesting word they're giving me. What the heck does that mean? You've almost encapsulated that belief. There's one more thing they want you to know that will help you shift over into just, and it's your little girl, all those messages that you talked about in the first sheet. Give me a movie.
Insurgent.
Yeah, okay. Quit fighting your little girl. Say, okay, honey, I know, I accept you. I know that this is what you were taught. I accept that that's what you believed for a long time. But I'm going to help you remember now that you're more than good enough. You're the God of you. We are the God of us. We're the creators of us. How awesome can we be?
Okay, then.
I'm not getting anything. Well, you asked.
Yeah, no. I wasn't planning on it. And all of a sudden it was just there. And I thought I had gotten further along in this. But
no, that's what they said. You're really, really far along in it. These are just the last things you need to really... Hold on. They're stopping me for a minute because I said the last things you need. Okay. So the only thing you need is to love and accept yourself. If you want to put it in one capsule, right?
Yes.
Take that, all that other stuff that you've encapsulated and put that into a bigger capsule of self-love. Because self-love is the definition, and self-love is the creation, so you're not, depending on anybody else. Right. Self-love is the acceptance of the universe to co-create everything with you, and self-love will heal all of that I'm not good enough that's diseasing your energetic system. Because diseases, everybody, they start in your energy first, and if you don't address the blocks in your energy, the belief systems and the perspectives in your energy, then it finally develops in your body where you have to address it.
Right. Yeah. Yes. I accept. I see it. I'm aware of it. I know that I am more healthy now than I've ever been. That I believe that I have stopped the forward progression. I do know that I'm at that I'm in the crossroads.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Because however you define yourself is what you create.
Okay.
You can't be anything other than how you define yourself. That's what the I am is all about.
Okay.
So if you say I am at a crossroads,
then I am
that's
at a crossroads.
where you're going to be.
Okay.
And that's the biggest principle that people cannot seem to grasp is, yes, you have.
Do you know where?
It's not lying to yourself, though. It's literally claiming what you want so you can get it.
And Dee,
I am done.
Yeah.
I am complete.
Yeah. And you know where that came from? Do you know where that came from? When I just said that, as I said it, I knew it wasn't the truth. But do you know why I said it? Because it would have been too big for me to say that I was all the way over here. I said that from that place of freaking humility.
Yeah.
Of not being fabulous as I know that I am. And then during the break, my assistant producer said, but we don't like people who say we're all fabulous and we, because they use people
that's
and
not
all
true.
that. But that's,
we don't like the part in ourselves that can't say it.
Yeah.
And that's why we don't like the people that do say it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was so powerful for me because I watched the words come out of my mouth and I knew that was not true, but it came from that same place of be humble, don't stand up, don't be all that, Peach, because you aren't all that. And oh my gosh, it was like.
See, and as long as you fight that bigness, as long as you're fighting that bigness and that knowing that you know about yourself, then it affects your body and breaks your body down because you are a house divided against itself.
That's enough. That's it. I ain't doing that no more. I'm done. No, I saw it. I was so good. Thank you so much, Dee. That was so, that was another turning point. I'm having all these spiritual orgasms on the air. This is the second time I had a major shift on the air. Well,
that's good because people get it vibrationally.
Yes.
And if we can't have an orgasm in front of everybody, then we don't give everybody else the right to have one either.
There you go. There you go.
And that's the high I walk every day in my life. I want to know my BS.
Yeah.
So I can get past it
and
be the powerful, amazing broad I know I am.
Thanks for being such an awesome role model. We are out of time. How can we find you? IamDeeWallace.com?
Yes.
Yes. And please do tune into her show every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Conscious Creation with Dee. You've been listening to Sexual Healing with Dr. Marissa, the new Asian Dr. Ruth, and my fabulous co-host, Dee Wallace, who has helped me shift on something huge that's going to allow me to have multiple orgasms now, both spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So, share, Dee. Thank you so much. All righty, and we are at the end of the show where I ask you to step up to my balance bar. My balance bar. And I am inviting all of you to come to the beach. If you would like to have a little bit of balance treatment in your life and you would like to work with someone who is moving from a midlife crisis to help you to move into a midlife opportunity, please do let me know at the number 4balance.org. Next week, we are having a fabulous author come on the air, published by Penguin Random House. It's an interesting and illuminating topic called introversion, and the book is called Introverts in Love. Author Sophia Dembling will share the differences between introversion and shyness and give us tips for dating and relationships for the 50% of you like me, just kidding, who are introverts. So that's it for today. You must come and tune in next week for Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. Remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.